Hey, all my favorite peeps.
Can you talk about what you think it'll be like playing in front of 22,000 fans on Saturday? I mean, what that says about the interest out there for what you guys do?
It's going to be kind of weird because it's a preseason game. You know, you're not used to that for preseason games. But, I mean, it clearly shows that there's a ton of interest in Canada, which I knew because I know Carl and Natalie. So I know how big basketball is in Canada. But, I mean, I think it's really special. I think it's cool that we're part of this first game that's going to be in Canada. So I'm excited to see, obviously, the huge turnout.
We've talked so much over the years about where you play on this team, and there have been times when you've come into camp as a point guard and ended up being off guard and vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kind of glad that now you're just kind of a guard?
Yeah.
and doing whatever the team needs?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, we have talked about that a lot. And, I mean, we kind of say the same thing. It's always good to be versatile and be able to bop back and forth and bring different things to the team. But just being able to be a guard, someone who can bring it up, play on the wing, shoot, do whatever, that's kind of what our offense has become. So I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm not worried about, like, that technical things of that, of, like, what I'm labeled. It doesn't really matter. Just want to be out there, help the team, be my best.
Compare Fee, the leader, to Sil, the leader.
I think they're similar in the way that they handle themselves on the court. Like, they just play hard and they give of themselves on every possession. They're similar in that they're both sweeties and just really great people. Do you want to know how they're different or just how they're the same? I think Sil's was more intense than how Fee is. Fee's very, like, here. She's very, like, even keel, stays one level. I think Sil was a little bit more intense. So I'd say that's kind of different. No one's worse or better than the other, but they're just very different personalities in that sense. But both sweeties.
Rachel, you've talked about sort of the mentorship role that you have with the rookies and the youngsters. And Diamond mentioned the rookies needing to dance at the Taylor's house the other night. How has just sort of your role with the chemistry of this team been, and how have you seen it sort of grow, even though it's only been a couple weeks of training camp so far?
Yeah, I think just making sure everyone feels comfortable, that's something that I do. I always kind of present myself how I am and be a weirdo, and I think that kind of helps people feel like they can be themselves, like, oh, she's kind of weird and I can be weird, or I can just kind of like, just who cares, just be myself, and it's fun. So I feel like just making sure everyone feels comfortable and being themselves, and I've seen that it was pretty natural to start, to be honest, with this group, but it's definitely grown a lot more. We've gotten a lot closer, and it's just a really fun group. They're all, like, really great. They all have such different personalities, but it's been fun to be around each and every one of them. But we've definitely grown over, like, a week and a half. I don't even know what it's been, but yeah.
And a few of your teammates, Fee and Kayla, have mentioned that expect to have sort of exceeding what the outside expectations are for this team. A few have talked about the sour taste in their mouths from the way last season ended, and I think it's in all sports it's the trope to silence the critics and the doubters and the haters.
Yeah.
But at this stage, with the season coming up, the power rankings and playoff predictions are coming out, and whether you pay attention to that or not, I think probably for the first time with this team, there's real bulletin board material coming from the outside world.
Yeah.
Has that difference been felt at all? And just is that something that anyone is thinking about heading into this season?
We haven't talked about it as a team. I actually haven't seen any of it. I kind of stay away from the noise. I kind of stay off of that stuff. Like, I'll look at, like, if I see it, I see it. But, I use it as motivation, and I think we do. But honestly, just take care of your business at the end of the day. You can always use it as motivation. But for us, like, we're going to always play Lynx basketball. And at times last year, we weren't consistent with it, and that showed, So I think this year, just being consistent each and every day is really, really big for us, and being disciplined. And that's kind of what we're building off of. So, I mean, we can use it. It's good, like you said, it's good bulletin board stuff. But, I mean, no matter what, you got to carry yourself right every single day. That's how you be a great team. So that's what I'm thinking.
You've been in the league a few years now. You've been around a lot of rookies. How does Diamond stand out as far as a rookie?
She's just so athletic, man, and she kind of just comes in there. And I'll say this about her as a rookie is that she's very confident. She knows who she is and what she's going to do on the court, and she is not shy. You know, like she'll take that ball in there, she'll shoot. You don't have to tell her, you know, shoot the ball. She's going to do that. So that's different as a rookie. Sometimes you come in, I know, like for me, like you're a little more hesitant. You're kind of like, where do I fit in this? But she's kind of just found her fit herself. No matter what, she was gonna fit in. So I'd say that's kind of the difference with her. She just takes it and just goes with it.
We'll have one final question. We'll go to Zoom and Jack Borman.
Hey, Rach, it's good to see you. Cheryl mentioned after the game on Friday that she thinks your coaching experience and your rollover to you has helped you a lot. Just can you describe from your view maybe the way that role has helped you, grow your game, especially as a leader and in a guard we'll go with?
Yeah. Hi, Jack. I think being on the coaching side always helps with leadership, because you are leading a group, especially at the U. We had a lot of young talent, so I was having to be a mentor for them and having to teach and coach a lot with them. So that's helped me. And being a point guard, you have to have that natural leadership and be able to have tough conversations and lead a young group or a group of just totally different types of people. So, but it's been fun to kind of see both sides of stuff. I would text Cheryl and laugh and be like, I get why you're annoyed of me when I was doing this, because now I'm annoyed of the girls doing it too. Like I really would text her that. She's like, yeah, it's funny, because sometimes you don't notice it. You don't see it. So it's fun to be able to see that. I've learned a lot. And I understand now, like when she's frustrated. And I think that's really helped too, because I can be a good bridge for her and be able to communicate with my teammates. And I even remember one game in the last preseason game, I don't know if it was Katie or Cheryl, but they were mad about something. I was like, I got it. And I told the girls, I was like, hey, this is what we need to do. Just to kind of take that little bit of pressure off of them to have to deal with every single thing that we're doing. I see it, so I'm able to communicate that better than I have been in the past.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am glowing on this screen. Yeah. Jack's probably like, is she okay?